So I'm just here, not far away from me, looking at a 88 Jaguar xj40, or what it calls itself an xj6, that I can get probably pretty damn cheap. The interior doesn't look too bad. The stitching is a bit broken on that seat. That one's a little bit puckered, but apart from that, the interior looks pretty good. Apparently it's been mechanically cared for. I haven't actually got in contact with the owners because it's part of a deceased estate, but I've been told that it'd be a pretty cheap car for someone who wanted it. So I'll have to see, because it has been looked after pretty well apparently. So anyway, I'll think about it and we'll see what happens. This is a bit nicer. It's just a nicer car, but I don't know. The xj40 might not be bad. It's 88. It's what, a year off club plates. Whether you find the club that would take it though is of course another thing. So I don't know, the club that I'm going into would barely accept this. And no one's coming. Now this thing's driving pretty nice, apart from the fact that there's no bushes holding the power steering rack in. I'm pretty happy with it. There's an xj300 or whatever they were. But this thing for an $800 car isn't a bad car, I tell you. $800 wouldn't buy you much more, that's for sure. It's just mechanically, it's flawless so far. It needs new hoses and it needs the bushes replaced on the power steering rack, and once I've done that, everything else is pretty damn good. The brakes need doing, or they need attending to. I think it's just got a leak around the master cylinder, so it's probably letting some air in somewhere around there, and that's probably not helping the system. But they work, they're just a bit, but I suppose you have to remember they're like truck brakes. It's just because it's a 2.5 ton car or 2.2 ton car. She drives really nicely, really smooth on the road. You don't really realise it so much when you're driving it, because it's just so pleasant to drive. As soon as you get into anything else though, as soon as I get into the Magna or even my new xj6, I think to myself, my god, they're just something else, these cars. They're a beautiful car to drive. It sounds pretty good with no exhaust on it as well though. No rear mufflers. It's got exhaust, but anyway, so I'm quite happy. I'll just have to fix up. I'll have to do a bit in the front end. I'll probably have to put new ball joints and shit in as well. New tyre rod ends, just for safety, because they're originals by the look of them. And then we'll go and get it inspected, and hopefully on club plates. Because I mean, everything's working. I've got everything electrical's working, although the starter was still giving me trouble, so I just ended up. What was happening was I was getting 4 volts constant to the relay, and sometimes it spiked to 12 and actually try to start the engine. So there's obviously a short somewhere in the circuit, so I just cut it off the back of the ignition switch. Here comes the rumble strips. I cut it off at the back of the ignition switch and put my own wire through, and I haven't had a problem since. So I mean, there's a bit of water that was leaking down onto my feet before though, so maybe there's somewhere where the windshield isn't quite sealed, so I'll have to look into that. But anyway, I don't like giving it shit, but it sounds bloody grouse. You gotta love the dual overhead cam. It just sounds so fucking grouse. It might not come through on the camera, but when it kicks down and starts moving, she really moves. I'll pull over and demonstrate. There's nothing behind me. I can probably just slow down enough. Alright. rev it past 4 grand, considering it's a 30-year-old car, but she moves. I mean, it's not the fastest thing, but it's got plenty of pull, I tell you, for how old it is. So anyway, I'll head my way home, which is a fair way from here actually. So we'll see if the old girl gets us home. Because I bring it out to take it to a friend's joint to have the mufflers looked at, because he's a muffler specialist, so he's going to see what sort of mufflers he can get me. But apart from that, I'm on my way home. I mean, I was pretty close to this place here. I was talking to a mate the other day, and he told me about the old Jaguar there, so I thought, well, while I'm here I might as well go and have a look. I don't know whether I'll buy it, but in a year it'll be club plate material. Hang on, yeah, it'll be 25 years old next year, so if we could get it on club plates for $120 a year, it'd probably be a reasonable car. Apparently it's been fastidiously looked after. It's always been serviced, always had what needs replaced. And the owners put it up on eBay, and they couldn't even get $500 on it, so he reckons if I make it $250, $300 offer just to get rid of it, they'll probably take it, so I'll give it a go. And then I won't pay any more than that though. I don't really want to pay that because insurance is coming up on the magna, so I need to pay that too. But I suppose it's worth pouncing at, even if it's not for me, even for someone else, because I mean it'd probably be a pretty good car for someone considering the service history. But then again, it is a Jaguar, so they're never, you know, extremely reliable cars. But I'll have to drive it, I'll have to give it a test drive and see what it drives like. But anyway, I'll meet you when I get home. Alright YouTubers, so I did just pass the cops not long ago, which was a bit of a tense couple of minutes to see if they'd turn around and follow me, but they didn't. You see there's no plates on the car, although I do have the permit showing over there pretty obviously, so if they probably saw that as they passed and thought, well, we won't bother pulling them up, but it was pretty tense. Or either that or they're on the way to another job, but who knows. I've got a fairly steep hill to get up here. It's not quite Jaguar material. I don't know why I bother indicating, but oh well. So she's running almost at 90. I did drill a couple holes in the thermostat. Oil pressure's always pretty good. Screen wipers on. But each minute will do. But yeah, I need to put a new thermostat in it, and new set of hoses, because one of the hoses is a bit bulgy, so it's probably about to burst. It's used a fair bit of fuel. It's used probably, I don't know, a third of a tank for 120, or a third of one tank, which I suppose isn't bad, because really we might have used a half, so a half, it's really only a quarter, because it's got, you know, 2 tanks, so who knows. I don't think the fuel consumption is that bad. I mean, it's not that good, but it's not that bad either, so oh well, it's time to go. Alright YouTubers, I'm in the ute today. I thought I'd make a bit of a video of it. So I just did the drum brakes yesterday, the rear drums, replaced the cylinders. One of the cylinders was leaking, so I replaced the cylinders and the shoes. Still need to adjust them out a bit because the handbrake doesn't quite take up, but well, it takes up at the very end, so I'll adjust the shoes out a bit and see if they bind. If they don't bind, then we'll be alright. Otherwise I'll need to adjust the handbrake cable, but anyway. So she's done 325,000 or 324,000. Still runs like a clock. I need to do the points and valve lash though, because it runs like a dog at the moment. Haven't done the valve clearances in ages actually. Probably 2 years. I'm just too lazy to do it, so I'll do it anyway. So this is a pretty shocking dirt road. Handles is alright. Let's change down. Brake pedal's still spongy, so drums definitely need adjusting. The shoes definitely need adjusting. It hasn't got a decent pedal yet, but oh, down we go. Probably can't hear any engine noise over all the freaking wind noise anyway. And we can go. It's a bitch to get out of here though. On quite a steep hill here. She's 5-speed manual. I don't know if 5th is overdrive though, I don't think it is because it's pretty low. I'm in 4th now, and it's always peaking anyway, so normally 5th by about 60. So there you go, that's the driving the old girl. Got to go into Frankston, which is, I don't know, from here probably 10 k's, and I've got to go home, which is probably another 15-20 k's from Frankston. So anyway, in the other direction, back down the peninsula. But anyway, there's a look at the old girl. She sits on 80 alright, 100, you can get it up to 100, 110's a push. So anyway, thanks for watching. Alright YouTubers, so gotta go out in the Magna now. Suppose I better turn the radio off. So today's video is going to be a video of driving everything really, I suppose. This is probably my favourite car to drive, though passenger's door's open. You can't really reach it from over here. Got no petrol, so that's always a good sign. But yeah, there you go. She glides along nicely, she's running quite nice, apart from the fact that I've got to do the oil seal, which I've got here anyway, crankshaft seal, so we'll do that at some point. See, petrol's starting to come up. It comes up when you go around corners. So anyway, yeah, I'll do that. I don't know when I'll do that seal, maybe on the weekend. It's Anzac Day today, so it's Wednesday, so I might do it Saturday. Got to drop the engine down to do it. Whether I can be bothered doing it this weekend or whether I'll just leave it, do it one night after I get home, because it's only a 2 or 3 hour job, or 2 hour job maximum really. But you got to drop the whole engine out. You don't really need to undo the electrics, but you need to undo the shift cables, the hydraulic stuff, that sort of stuff. Probably need to take all the alternator and everything out. Slide hill there. It still accelerates up hills alright. Now we're going back down now. It's actually got very good acceleration, this car, for what it is. But I'm quite happy with it as a car. Lights off, on the intermittent. So, yeah, there we go. That's about all I've got to say about this thing, I suppose. Now I've got to drive. Where am I going now? Driving to Dandenong at the moment, so that'll be fun. So, thanks for watching.